What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. It's been a minute. I think that we did a stream last Monday. We've been doing streams every Monday around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We, of course, had Memorial Day yesterday. It's been a bit of a weekend here as we come back from the Jersey Shore this Memorial Day weekend. I actually met some of you guys out there, which was really, really cool. I mean, it's only happened a handful of times, but if you do see me out in public, don't be afraid to say hi. We're going to get into an underdog best ball mania draft here, as we always do on these streams. I know I was like, 10 minutes late. I was running behind, had some things I had to do today, but we're going to waste no time. We're going to hop right into this. I'll get into some comments. I'll say hello. We'll do our due diligence, but this is, of course, an underdog best ball mania draft, $1.5 million to first place. If you want to hop in this draft with us, you can try. We're going to go boom. Enter. And we're waiting for 3 people. So if you want to hop in here, you absolutely can. What else we got? We got, where did that comment just go? Is it going to go? No. Already? Oh, there it is. Okay. That. Bear with me as I kind of just get this all figured out here. All right. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. All right. But yeah, I appreciate everyone that's in here. How are we doing on this fine Tuesday? It feels like a Monday because of yesterday. Oh, we have Notorious, Nick the Notorious, right next to us. What else we got? You got 0 drafts done this year so far. Come on, man. You got to pump those numbers up. But I know you're just saving for your like yearly. Henry Muto's a veteran of the stream. He's somebody that'll take a vacation in August and rip like hundreds of drafts. So I see you. We got Genji in here. We got Torsten from Germany. What's up? I am Mr. August. The days are getting shorter now every day. Last Super Bowl is now more days away than season opener. I love it. He's still napping? Yo, chill, Brian. Chill. We got Bindles in here. What's up? I love the new profile picture. Okay. We got Skillio in here. We got people looking for a Dynasty startup in there. Yo, first round draft of the year for me. Let's go, Steve. Let's go. Sup, Ronald? We got Eric in here. What's up? On opposite of Lombardi time. Yo, chill. We got Akash in here. I feel like this has to be one of the first lives I've seen Akash in here. What's up? We got Pionio. We got Henry. We got Caleb. What's up, Caleb? Maybe I should start drafting this year soon. I think you should, Henry. But no pressure, brother. What else we got? All right, we're going to be up here at pick number 5 here. McCaffrey goes. CeeDee Lamb goes. Of course, this is an underdog draft. It is half PPR, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a flex spot, tight end, best ball draft. And this just has to be Justin Jefferson, all right? You could talk me into a running back here. I do love Bijan. I do love Breece Hall. But if you give me the opportunity to take Justin Jefferson, even with a rookie quarterback or Sam Darnold in the top 5, I simply cannot pass that opportunity up. I just can't. I'm also going to clear out. I will say shout out to Legendary Upside. That's going to be Pat Carane's site. We've had him on a bunch of times. I do preload his rankings in sometimes, but I don't want to blow up his spot and show you guys his rankings, number 1. And number 2, they're probably outdated because I don't really I'll do it like once every few weeks. Thoughts on my Dynasty trade? You traded Kyron for Rashad White and Javon Baker. I think I would have wanted a little more than Javon Baker. I think I would have wanted like maybe a future second or something. I don't know. It's not going to break your Dynasty team, but I don't love that. I feel like the time to sell Kyron probably passed is kind of the sad part. I'm probably just holding him at this point, but I don't think it's terrible. Let's make a trade in Mickey Mouse League. Maybe. Talk to me. I think the issue is we're both trying to win here. I will give you Danny's first if you want it. I don't think anybody really wants it, but I don't know. I don't know if anybody else feels this way. I know that this is like redraft. People are going to be mad that I'm not talking about the draft. But you guys know, I don't know. I have a hard time, this is pretty much the way the ADP goes. And I talk every time about how I hate the second round, and I do still hate the second round. But I don't know. I feel like now that rookie drafts have wrapped up, it's sort of a weird time to make Dynasty trades. Like nothing's really going on. Nothing's really changing in the market. It's sort of too far out to start worrying about your week 1 lineup. I don't know. We got Baby Dragon in here. I don't even know. What's up? We got Frankie. We got Kenny something, whatever. What's up, my boy? Anyone down for a Dynasty startup? I was talking to Bindles earlier today about doing a Dynasty startup. I was going to message you back, Bindles. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I have another one in me this offseason. I was debating it, but it's like, man, we're already kind of rolling into redraft season. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I can do the slow clock thing and everything, because the more I think about it, the more I think this next puppy, I'm going to have like 100 slow drafts going and not going to want to have a dynasty draft going at the same time. But that's just kind of where my head is at this current moment. You know what? I'm going to get a little weird here and reach on Jalen Waddle. I think that I'm just going to take him. No, I'm not. I'm going to take Olave. I love Waddle. I'm completely sold on Waddle. I think Waddle should probably be going right next to where Drake London is. But I guess I'll just chill on that. There's no reason. Because I'm trying to think through of like what the pairings would be. Like if I took Waddle here, you know, who would I take here at like 29? It wouldn't be that fun. It'd be like Laporta and Waddle, which I guess is sort of a rare combo. But you could probably do that same combo with this like 212, 301, and then also have McCaffrey instead of Jefferson. So probably not all that smart. And then we have this guy taking Waddle right after me. So maybe I should have gone Waddle. But I don't know. We're at a spot here where this is like maybe my 10th BBM at this point, or probably like, you know, my first 15. I don't want to get too weird and too over my skis for no reason, but I think one of my bigger stands this year is going to be Jalen Waddle. What else we got? My first live, I don't normally use it. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't watch a lot of live stuff myself, but I do appreciate everyone that comes in here and says what's up. We got Shedder in here. I feel like this is a name I've definitely seen before, Shedder. Maybe even on like a Discord. Probably on Discord. Ron Stewart. What's your favorite breakfast? I like waffles. I do like I don't have it often because they have a ton of sugar and calories, but if I could have whatever breakfast I want every single day, it would be a Nutella acai bowl. It would. I know there's no protein in that. It doesn't make sense nutrition-wise, but that's where we're at. So you're taking on taking 3 wide receivers and then taking 2 elite tight ends. I don't love the idea of 2 elite tight ends because you have to flex one of them. It's just kind of overkill for me. What do you think of Addison in the 25 third for DJ Moore as a contending dynasty team? I'm more than fine with that. I think. How many dynasty leagues are you in? Right now, I'm in 12. And 2 of them are Devi. And it's like, dude, I was talking with Bindles, Bizzle, like some of you guys are over like 30. I mean, man, I don't know. All right, I don't even really like Mike Evans, but if you're going to let me get him like 6 picks past ADP, I'll take him. And he does just have the trump card of having crazy spike weeks, so that's fine by me. That's probably a rare 3 wide receiver combination we just started with here of Jefferson, Olave, Evans. I'm not sure, though, because I think Olave goes more in this area. Evans goes more in this area. So, it's kind of rare, but probably not. Danny, you said Danny's value is OD, but he could flip a switch any second now and blow it up again. Ron, I traded Deshaun Watson and Ladd McConkey for Tank Dell, a 25 first and 25 second. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Already have Caleb May and Young at QB. I think I'm fine with that. Obviously, Tank Dell over Ladd. Yeah, I'm fine with that at all. I mean, you got the best player plus a future first, so that's I have to imagine that that's probably fine. You don't play underdog. Damn, are you not in a caution? No disrespect, but I don't even know if are you. Or no, you 100% are. It's I was gonna say, are you in a spot where you can play underdog? What's up, Pesky? What's up? Like the stream, question mark? You probably should. If you're watching, leave a like on the stream. Helps the boy out a ton. We can get people to just flow in here, ask questions, see what's going on. So tips on not just making trades for the sake of trading during the summer dead period. For me, it's like it's tough. I would say when you're making trades at this point of the year, you want to have an objective in mind. Are you solving a problem? Are you taking advantage of a market inefficiency? If not, and you're just kind of trading players to trade players, that's where things get tough. And if that's the case, I would try underdog because now we're shifting towards redraft. And I think thinking through these players through a redraft lens does help you in terms of dynasty. And then also, it's a great time to touch grass. I know that that's a crazy thing to say. It's a great time to touch grass. It's warm out. There's things going on. We do have the Underdog Cardio Club going on right now. It's a little bit late to join. You definitely could, though. I believe you have to get 7 entries in where you do a Best Ball Mania draft. You do some form of cardio. You send proof to Twitter. You do 7 through the month of May. You qualify, and then from there, you can go. You can keep sending them. Then you'll get like bonus merch and bonus rakeback and bonus money on the Underdog site. So there's a lot of cool things you can do. I do it anyway just because I've been doing a lot. I've actually done it the last 3 years here. So just something I always do. Summer, want to get shredded for health reasons, for female reasons. There's plenty of reasons to go out there and do some cardio. It's been something that, like, more recently, I would say in the last 6 months that I've been throwing in after lifting, where honestly in years past I would do it for Underdog and then that would be kind of it for the year. But I do think that it's a worthwhile thing. Also, just, cardio is good for the headspace, man. So now we step up to the plate here. It's the middle of the 4th. I don't have a lot of Lamar. I'm going to take Lamar and see what gets back to me, because I don't really... I mean, you could talk me into Jacobs, but Jacobs is one of these players where I think he's mispriced in the 4th round, but he's also someone that falls a ton, and I don't really feel like taking him at ADP because he keeps falling. His ADP was like in the low 30s at one point. This guy just took Pacheco over Jacobs, which I think is kind of insane, but I respect the conviction. Damn, I'll be honest with everybody here. I was praying that Mark Andrews would make it back, but he did not. What else we got in here? Cooper or Deontay? I'm almost on the clock in the Dynasty League. Probably Cup, but it's tough. Damn, and Akash is disagreeing with me right away. I don't know. Gun to my head, I think I'd go Cup, but I see the appeal. It kind of depends. I mean, you're on the clock in a Dynasty startup. If it's you trying to be a hardcore contender, I could see going Cup. But if it's a somewhere between a productive struggle, but even if it's not a productive struggle, but more like a hero RB team that's kind of super flexible, I don't mind Deontay because he does give you more flexibility. You took HN hoping Waddle would come back. Okay, so I'm backed up on these comments right now. All right. You like Waddle more than London? Honestly, I don't hate that at all. Let's see. I just want to... Okay, so I'm so far behind right now, I feel like this is bad. All right, hold up. Let me know if I'm annoying you guys by not being all the way up to date with these questions, because I feel weird about it. I also should be thinking about Week 17 correlation here, but I have not been. We are going to have nothing in terms of our Baltimore stacks to Lamar. We have Rashad White to take. I guess I'll take Christian Kirk. I'm not crazy about Christian Kirk, but I think that he's probably mispriced ever so slightly. Maybe not mispriced. I think that he's just a perfectly fine 5th round pick is kind of the way that I would put it. I'm not stoked about him, but no Ridley. He's probably the favorite to lead this team in targets. I think Trevor Lawrence could have a monstrous season. Does Keon Coleman equal Stephon Diggs 2.0 in your opinion? No. Probably like when Gabriel Davis was fun and good in fantasy on the Bills, that's probably like his 85th percentile outcome as a rookie. His 100th percentile outcome as a rookie would be like Kelvin Benjamin with Cam Newton. I don't know if that's like a crazy thing to say here, but that's sort of how I would see. Imagine if Underdog was full PPR, like how many wide receivers. Let's see. You said you're 21, you can go anywhere in your college city. I turned 21 last season. Okay. That makes sense. I figured, because I didn't want to expose myself, because I thought it was 18 some places, 21 other places. I was like, I was going to say, I don't know if you're 21, but then you get what I'm saying. All right, so let me try and get down here. My bad, fellas. Where did I sign up for the Underdog Cardio Club? That sounds fun, and I work out all the time. DM me, James. I have a tweet. Actually, I'm going to put it in the chat, because it's not great that I can't really give you guys the exact directions to join. The issue is that it's sort of late, but I mean, if you get in 7 cardio sessions in the next like 4 days and you just want to be an absolute, you want to act like you're Conor McGregor getting ready for this fight camp, which I don't know if Notorious is still in this chat, man, but how do we feel about McGregor just fucking around at some nightclub like 6 weeks out from his fight? All right, so I think I have it bookmarked. I think I want to say that Pete Overzet had a tweet sort of really, really breaking down how to do the Underdog Cardio Club. So let me do that real quick. Okay, so here it is. Here it is. Let's bookmark this. I'm going to send it in the chat. This is if you're interested in the Underdog Cardio Club. Again, it's a little bit late, but I mean, I can definitely pull some strings and be like, look, these guys didn't know. You can hop in, you know, maybe you get 7 cardio drafts done by like the first week of June. I'm not sure that they would be that strict. So let me hop in here. By like the first week of June. All right, here it is. All right, I just put the link in the chat. All right, so we're going to be up in 2 picks here. Let's see. Wow, so we still have some players hanging around here. Calvin Ridley, Jordan Addison. I need to think through some Week 17 stuff, so I'm going to pull that up on a separate page here. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. Damn. Notorious, I was looking for Rachaad White. I'll just be straight up. I'll be honest. Dude, I have no interest at all in Calvin Ridley at 64.2 ADP. Aaron Jones, David Montgomery. All of these players kind of suck, man. Give me Ladd McConkey. I haven't been taking a lot of him. I'll take him. Maybe we'll set up a Herbert stack later. 6th-round Ladd McConkey feels freaking ridiculous. Man, I would have loved Rachaad White. That's a good pick by you, Nick. All right. That was way past his ADP. You said Kelsey used to be a top 5 pick, and now he ain't even a 3rd-rounder. I guess age will do that to you. All right, so yeah, I put the Underdog Cardio Club in the chat. What else? People are saying catch up. Look, I'm coming in here. You'll be in Vegas for that fight? Oh my God. In one for my, holy shit, Nick. That's actually sick, dude. Does Nico Collins go up? See, this is something that's interesting that I saw, dude. This is something that I saw that was very interesting. I think it was Dynasty Zoltan. Shout out him. He does great stuff on Twitter. But it was like an interesting tweet where I don't know that this contract did anything for me with Nico Collins in Dynasty. I guess like a little bit of like security, but even signing a long-term, it's not like there's like a no trade clause. Like he can still get traded. I guess people were concerned that he could sign elsewhere after his, like I think he had maybe 1 year left on his deal or something. I mean, I guess I see that point, but to me, I was always, I mean, we've been big on Nico Collins. He's my 2nd highest owned wide receiver in Dynasty right now. 1st is Michael Thomas, but that's just because, you know, he's sort of rotting away on rosters here. And, you know, if you've been watching the channel, we've been saying buy Nico Collins all offseason. So if we now get this weird, like, artificial double counting bump where, like, oh, this big contract, he's now, like, way more expensive, okay. I mean, I'll take the value game, but for me in Dynasty, it didn't really change much. Like, you know, stud wide receiver attached to CJ Stroud. For me, that was enough. I didn't really need this, like, and it's not even like the craziest contract. Like, it's not like he set the market or something. I mean, it was good. I mean, $20+ million a year is really good money, considering where, you know, we were at on the Nico Collins train ride, like a year and a half, 2 years ago. So great money, but I felt like we already kind of knew he was the top dog for the Texans. So I don't know. Maybe a spot or two when I do this Dynasty Rankings update, but nothing all that crazy. I will say he was in the thumbnail, Nico Collins, so it's good that someone brought it up because I meant to sort of speak on it. But then we just got Kamara here, 10 picks past ADP. We're going to go with a pretty hardcore 0 RB build and just like be really, really patient with these running back values. I figured that was a fine play there. It wouldn't shock me at all if Alvin Kamara was kind of like, I've been workshopping this take that Alvin Kamara could be like this year's Rachaad White, where he's not very efficient on the ground, but he just gets a ton of volume, a ton of pass catching volume, scores some touchdowns, and ends up sort of, you know, being this 7th, 8th round pick that just kind of stumbles into like an RB1 finish. That's kind of where I'm at there. I know that he's not all that good, but skill doesn't matter a ton for running backs, especially in this range when we're not really talking about like 1st and 2nd round picks that can have like 20+ point per game upside. In round 7 at pick 77, like Kamara's not that crazy to me. Said Connor's going to get his head knocked off his shoulders. With wide receivers in round 1 and 2, did you consider DH in round 3 or Josh Jacobs? I did, not with Evans because Evans fell like 7 picks past his ADP, and he has crazy spike weeks in this sort of format, which I love. But definitely versus Lamar, I thought about it hard. I was trying to be greedy and grab Lamar and hope that Andrews made it back to me. That was kind of my thought process with that pick. But Jacobs was very much in consideration, especially because he has week 17 correlation to Jefferson. I was going to say Kamara, but it is half PPR. I'm fine with really at that spot. I can't get there, man. I just don't know that he's that great. Yeah, I agree. It seems like people care more about the contract for dynasty purposes, but I still don't really understand. You said you're not sold on Nico Collins thrive due to the. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about the. I can't get there with the idea that he thrived because of Tank Dell getting hurt. Nico Collins was a monster through like the first, 4 or 5 weeks before Tank Dell was really doing anything. And if you look at his per route numbers, even in games with Tank Dell, like I don't love that narrative. Nico Collins kind of proved independent of everyone else in that offense that he was a monster last year. You can look at his yards per out run. You can look at his PFF grade versus man coverage, his yards per out run versus man coverage. I don't know if his reception perception is out, but pretty much every metric you can look at that sort of tries to control, independent of environment for wide receivers, Nico Collins crushed last year. To me, he is very secure in being a good football player. So our quarterback is Lamar Jackson. We got to really start thinking about how we're going to get some stacks in with him. I'm not taking Zamir White. This is probably a Jalen Warren pick, just for some 0 RB stuff. Yeah, this is a Jalen Warren pick. I should really be thinking about some more Week 17 correlation here, but I also, we don't have any stacks set up right now, so it kind of just is what it is. You've been buying in Dynasty for cheap? Yeah, exactly. He was, dude, in terms of expected points per game, he was a top 3 guy last year. Dennis Allen is still there. He's still getting paid good money. Kendrick Miller's going to have a lot of this hype, and maybe I'll get burned again on one of these year 2, because who was it? Oh, it was Kyron Williams. Maybe Kendrick Miller's Kyron Williams, or he's one of these, I don't know that we really look through running backs with the lens of face planners like we do with wide receivers, but these year 1 zeros at running back, they rarely have the kind of year 2 that Kyron did, or even you can even kind of paint the picture of Zamir White kind of having nothing in year 1 and then being serviceable in year 2. But man, it would shock me if Kendra was so good that he was a meaningful roadblock for Alvin Kamara this year. Would you move off Javonte for David Montgomery plus assets? For sure. For sure I would. Oh, you trade ETN for Achane now that ETN's 5th-year option has been exercised? I have Achane over ETN in a vacuum, if that's what you're asking. So I would do ETN for Achane. I would have Achane over ETN. I'm not sure if that's what you're asking. Wow, okay. So they're going to force me to take Zamir White here. Alrighty. I'll take Zamir White. Whatever. I don't know. Okay, he gets some... All right, we get a little bit of correlation that... All right. Kind of shaping up here as a nice little 0 RB team. Zamir White, 15 picks past his ADP. Started with Jefferson, Olave, Evans, Lamar, Kirk, McConkey, Kamara, Jalen Warren, Zamir White. Not an ounce of correlation on this team, but look, we're gonna land this plane safely. Everyone just lock in here. What else? Kong gets a lot of red zone targets with that height. That's a plus as well. Just eye test, this offense looks similar to Shanahan's offense with the Falcons, and Nico gets to play that Julio Jones type role. Yeah, of course. Of course, Julio's not as talented, but I get what you're saying. I mean, just X wide receiver, but the X wide receiver role that you want. Not the Gabe Davis X wide receiver role, the very classic Hopkins, Julio type usage that we like. Bateman's getting hype again, and he's cheap. Oh yeah, I'll be all the way in on Bateman. I'll be all the way in. It's a good thing Underdog isn't legal in Washington. Otherwise, I would have already leveraged my retirement this offseason on early second Nico Collins. What do you mean by that? You're saying you love, dude, I love Nico Collins in Dynasty, and he's again essentially my most owned wide receiver in Dynasty, not named Michael Thomas, which pains me to say out loud. I know Akash has to have some Michael Thomas bags as well. Uh, Nico Collins. I mean, where did he go in this draft? Oh, 25? I mean, 2-3 turn Nico Collins I can get with, but like, I'm not taking Nico Collins here. I get what you're saying though. You think Kendry just asked? We can do face planners for sure. When face planners started a few years ago, it worked for every position except maybe tight end. Yeah, I agree. I don't know that. Like, I don't know. Maybe Kendry's good, but it's also like, what do you win when you win? He's like a Brian Washington in a way that he's not going. Like, I don't know what his ceiling is. I mean, maybe he falls into the end zone 10 times and is Gus Edwards on this offense, but I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it. Where's the correlation? I don't know. Is the correlation in the room with us right now? You tell me, man. So that's a beast team. I appreciate it. I'm a little bit upset that we don't have anything. I don't have any correlation here. I feel a bit naked. I would love a Raven or two maybe fall my way. Who do the Ravens play week 17? Houston. Oh, that's fun. Little rematch of their. Did they play in the playoffs? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say they did. Man. All right, so what are we... Dude, what the hell do we have in terms of options here? All right. So we don't have to start worrying about Baltimore options until 170. Alrighty. So we can also start thinking about, like, Houston. What, like, Houston players are even available around here? Probably Dalton Schultz? Yeah. All right. I got some ideas here. I will say, man, I kind of love Tyjae Spears this year. I do. You could talk me into Trevor Lawrence too, because we already have Christian Kirk. We need to really start thinking about some tight end stuff though. I'm probably gonna chill on that. Let's go probably Tyjae Spears. We're gonna start just hammering running backs. We have a lot of wide receiver firepower. We get Tyjae Spears in there, kind of another Jaylen Warren type archetype. I'm cool with that. Zamir's going to crush. I don't know about all that, but I mean, at the price I got him, I'm fine with it. Traded Caleb in your 10 team for Neighbors, a 25 first, and Mixon. I think I'm probably fine with that. I'm not crazy. I mean, what you get a future first and Mixon to go from 101 to 103. I'm probably fine with that. For another Devy league, I'm telling you guys. I know that you've been pushing for another Devy league. I don't know. I might be maxed out on my Devy stuff. I just like the two teams I have right now. It's just enough. I don't want to root for every college player. My two Devy leagues for now are enough, unless if you guys got on your hands and knees and begged me for another one. Because I do love you guys. We're just gonna run. It's just gonna be a copy of the same league with all the same guys. But I do get what you're saying though. Devy is very fun. It is my favorite. But there is something about it being like one of my few Devy leagues that makes it even more special. You know? I don't know if that's a crazy thing to say. I could be talked into. I'd have to be strong-armed into it, but I could probably. Man, Schultz or Trevor Lawrence is the question of the day here. Man, there's enough good quarterback options later that I'm just gonna go with Dalton Schultz here. I think Dalton Schultz not a terrible pick. 11th round. He kind of proved he could play last year. He's actually kind of a good tight end, and then he also gives us some Week 17 correlation to Lamar. Any chance that Xavier Legette is actually the wide receiver 1 in Carolina? I would say there's a good chance. Maybe not good chance. I'd say there's a chance. I don't know about him beating out I don't know about him actually beating out Deontay Johnson as like the league target earner. We don't talk about Michael Thomas. You said you dropped them all. I should probably start dropping them, but I just can't. Breece Hall in the 3rd or Laporta in the 12th. It's probably got to be Laporta in the 12th. For drafting the 12th spot, I don't hate my team. You said you're in the 12th spot right now? Marv, JT. The 12th spot's brutal, man. Akash, as a Dynasty guy, while I got you in here, how do you feel about Marvin Harrison Jr. being the, he's not going at the 112, but he's going early second ahead of, London, Ayuk, Olave, Waddle, Devontae. Would he be a 0 for you? Would you say, okay, I can kind of see it just because of, what we've seen Chase do before? For me, it's tough. I'm probably going to be, just under the market, It does seem a little... It seems like he should be, almost swapped with Nico Collins here. But I do get the hype. Like, he is Marvin Harrison Jr. I understand it. Again, it's not like I'm not taking any of him. I'm just kind of accepting it is what it is and drafting some of him. But it does seem like a pick that could go horribly, horribly wrong. Ravens fans going to be a competitive game. Tajay over Chase Brown? Yeah, similar archetype. I think Tajay showed a little bit more than Chase Brown last year. I would actually say he for sure did. You said you don't do because you're a student, so I don't want to spend my parents' money. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I do forget. Akash is one of the few dudes in the space that is younger than I am. And Akash has been doing this since I have. I remember when Akash used to have like a I think like a Snapchat Bitmoji as like his profile picture. And I started when I was like 19. So when Akash started, he must have been like 17, 18. What else we got in here? If any of y'all got Devi orphans, I maybe want in. Oh, we'll see. Hands and knees needed. I got you. You said I think Palmer outproduces Ladd this year. To be honest, and he goes 60 picks later. You know what? That's a hot take that I can't hate you for. We're gonna go Wicks here. I've been liking Wicks. It seems like the whole fantasy community has become hip to the Dontavion Wicks stuff. Jeez, dude. I almost called him Devontae Wicks. But we'll take the Green Bay side of the our Week 17 matchup of Jefferson. Not that really does much for us. It's not like we have a Jefferson stack. I don't know that I even really want to stack Jefferson. Look, don't quote me on this, but if Sam Darnold started more games than expected, it wouldn't shock me at all. I as a Jets fan, I still think Sam Darnold can play. I really do. Thoughts on trading Tyreek, the 109, 207 for Waddle, and the 105? Oh, I love that. I love that a lot. Hands and knees. Chark outproduces everyone in LA. Come on now. I'm just scared to compete. So the RTS draft last night, the RB insanity continues. No. White as in Rashad White, 212, Kamara, 311. Henry, I'm praying that when we get to like FFPC and like or not, what the hell is the other one? FFPC and then NFFC, that the boomers make underdog look like its own environment, you know? Because in previous years, Rashad White would be a second round pick. You kind of dig this team? I don't hate it. I don't hate it right now. We're building a nice little 0 RB team. Probably okay. We have 6 wide receivers. Probably going to have to stop here very soon. We have Freiermuth. Dude, Freiermuth's an amazing pick, man. Freiermuth's in a spot right now. Deontay's gone. He is in the mix to be the second highest target earner, maybe even the first highest target earner. And he's shown that he's good before, so I don't mind him at all. No way Jalen Wright takes that much of Raheem's work. That Raheem is an 8th rounder. The issue is that Raheem Mostert's old as hell, in his 30s. Last year was like the first time that he ever stayed healthy for a whole season. It's tough, man. Raheem Mostert could be dust any second. When's your first FFPC or NFFC draft live stream? I'm not sure yet. I do want to sit down and sort of plan out what I want to do in terms of, because that was my issue last year. Where I didn't plan it well enough in terms of what I wanted to do, of, you know, how I wanted to spend my money and kind of budget between the high stakes stuff and look into the ROI. So I might even make a video on that, even though that's a video that's not going to do well at all. More of like a selfish video of just kind of looking at the high stakes season long contest and kind of comparing EV, buy-in, you know, all of that, and kind of decide, all right, this is our budget for this year. This is how many drafts we're going to do, and then go from there. Because last year I was just kind of spamming them all over the place. He's a 0 at pick 15. I'm probably going to be around like 5% on him. You said that's crazy. I agree. Pull up comps and rookie production. I don't think the rookie comps are... I think the bull case is this with Marv. You can pull up the rookie comps, and the rookie comps are going to be like... well, he's probably going to finish as like wide receiver 20 in points per game. You know, something like that. I think the bull case is that he ends up sort of like... Christian Watson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Rashee Rice from this past year, where he goes from like wide receiver 2 in points per game, like wide receiver, I don't know, we'll say wide receiver 30 in points per game from like weeks 1 through 8, and then weeks 9 on, he's like the wide receiver 5, or maybe from like week 11 on, he's like the wide receiver 3 in points per game. I think that's probably the bull case for him, but it's still tough to see. And you kind of still have to squint to really see what the hell we're doing here with him as like a top 15 pick. I also kind of like the idea. I think I heard it floated by, I don't know who I heard it floated by, but there's a chance that the I guess like normies, you could call them, come into the underdog in the summer and they see Marvin Harrison Jr. at that high of a pick and they just don't pick him, and then he falls like the back half of the second, early third, as more people get on the app and start drafting. So that's definitely a possibility as well. I think those are kind of the two things to be looking at here. So we have Baker Mayfield kind of falling into our lap here. Kamani Vidal, Antonio Gibson, Hunter Henry, Baker Mayfield. Give me... I'll take Antonio Gibson. Why not? Like, I'm looking like this should be a Ravens pick, but there's no Ravens to take. Yeah, so I'm fine with Gibson. I actually kind of like Gibson as a post-type sleeper. I feel that people are kind of done with Gibson. I have been drafting a lot of him. Chase peak round 4 his rookie year. He did smash at that price, but you are right. What do we got? Are we both 25? I turned 23. I actually turned 23. I'm sort of weird, man. I don't like all the attention of a birthday, so I've never been a guy that's like, I'll never really post it's my birthday on like whether that's Twitter or YouTube or really anything. I kind of just take the day off from work. Like when I did May 16th is my birthday, and what I did this year is I just played golf and hung out with my buddies. Kind of just stayed off of social media and everything. But yeah, my birthday is May 16th, 2001, if you were curious. So I just turned 23. You were a senior in high school when you started? That I was like a junior in high school when I reached out to Player Profiler to want to help them, and then I pussied out and was like, nah, I got too much shit going on with school. And then the pandemic happened. I imagine you started around the pandemic too, Akash, which I imagine you were doing like online high school, which I mean like trooper for that, man. What are you gonna do, Isaac? Been balling since he was young. I personally can see a scenario where Achane I like Gibbs equals PPR monster. Wicks is nice. Okay, so I'm so far behind on this chat, dude. I don't know if it's that I just don't read stuff fast enough. All right, so we're gonna get the Rashad Bateman stack. That's gonna be our last wide receiver. We can't take another. So we have 3 picks left here. This has to be one quarterback, one running back, and a tight end. That's really, I think that's what has to come, what it has to come down to here. I'm starting to do the math in my head. I think so. I think it's going to have to be 7 wide receivers. 7 wide receivers might have even been overkill, but I think it made sense. What quarterbacks kind of, because I've kind of been sleeping on Geno or on Baker here because we do have Evans set up. I was kind of hoping to do a Drake May stack, but now that I can't take a wide receiver, I'm not all that into a Drake May stack. What is Derek Carr hanging out there? He is. I don't know if Derek Carr makes it the entire year. You could talk me into Justin Fields next to Lamar. That's probably dumb. Can you justify taking... I feel like Justin Fields is only a guy you can take if he's your quarterback 3. I don't know if that's a crazy thing to say. That's kind of just how I'm thinking through it right now. You know? Like, I mean, Lamar does have, like, a late bye week, right, where he has, like, bye week 14. So I don't mind the idea of Justin Fields and then, like, hope that Lamar can just kind of be fine and hold you over until Fields comes in and then maybe he has a monstrous back half of the season. But that's probably, like, I think Fields probably makes the most sense in a 3-quarterback build. Need another running back. I think this is going to be fine. We'll get one more running back. We'll get one more tight end and one more quarterback. I have my eyes on a couple of players here. Talk me into McCarthy as well. I mean, we have Jefferson. Probably see what chat's saying, huh? He's Devontae. That's not good, I don't think. No, you're not an idiot for taking Jefferson, for wanting to take Jefferson at the 101. What else we got? Anyone know when Underdog will release another lower entry draft? Probably soon. Top 6 great prospect wide receivers average 14.5 points per game. Oof, can't get behind that pick. Dynasty guys are pushing him up. He could fall by August. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. How did your $1,000 team you did with a viewer go? It actually ended up doing... I probably should have recapped you guys on that. But honestly, shout out to that guy. I did 2 of those, right? Or $1,000 silver bullet is what you're asking about. That team finished second in its own league, which I think like doubled the money that we put in. So it wasn't like a crazy buyout, but we made a profit on that. Didn't do great in the overall. I will say shout out DJ Trizzo. DJ Trizzo's my man. He's actually from Jersey. I saw him down the shore this weekend. He was one of the guys on Patreon that won a raffle to co-manage a high stakes team with me. So me and him are boys, man. Again, shout out DJ Trizzo. I think he's in the newest Dynasty League with us as well, too. So, really cool guy. Jacob is better to ask about this. No, the thing is, I know what Jake's thoughts are. I just kind of wanted a clean slate, a clean slate's opinion, you know. So I'm curious, like you from afar, you know, you log on to Underdog. What the hell are you thinking when you see that pick? All right, so let's go with Baker. I mean, what is Tampa Bay playing week 17? Carolina? Ooh, that's not going to really work. We're not going to have any correlation there, but I think it's just what has to happen. Wow, that could have been ugly. I think it's just what has to happen there. I mean, we got him 25 picks past ADP. We already have Mike Evans, so that's fine by me. Who do they play again? Tampa Bay plays Carolina. All right, I mean, our last pick could probably be like Miles Sanders. I'm not crazy about Miles Sanders, but I also don't hate it. Probably should have really secured Isaiah Likely there, but we're just going to sort of hope that he comes back to us. I don't know that he will. Probably shouldn't have even said his name out loud, but that's kind of what we're hoping for here. Yeah, I agree. I think there's bull cases for Marvin Harrison Jr., but he's certainly overpriced. Ron, am I an idiot for wanting to take... Okay, I already answered that. Consider putting the face cam in the middle of the screen under the Q area. Yeah, I just have it in the bottom corner just for... like right now, but you are right. Like I probably should do this when I make picks. I'll be more conscious about that. Happy late birthday. Thanks, man. You said May 26, 1999? Happy late birthday to you, Nick. I know you showed me the wrestling belt you got. I figured that it was past your birthday, but I imagine that was like a couple days before. Fantasy was my senior year of high school, or COVID, I guess you mean. Or no, fantasy was a capstone project for you. Oh, okay. All right, so then we took Isaiah Likely there. Okay, so this team's forming. This team's doing something here. We have our Houston call back. We just need a little Carolina for Tampa Bay, and we're going to be fine here. Kind of think we're witnessing history here. You said, didn't line up with my future college major of engineering, but they didn't care. I love that, man. You got to catch up. I'm catching up. Catching up. Everyone just lock in here. Everyone just lock in. Am I crazy to think Bo Nix is surprised? Not at all. I kind of like Bo Nix. Where are you guys at in that Justin Fields thing? I don't think obviously I'm not going to take him on this team, but I was debating it. I am very happy that we ended up getting Likely. Like if we go to the team here, you can see. I mean, we get Baker way past his ADP there. We then get. I mean, we have Kamara past his ADP. We have Zamir White past his ADP. We got Isaiah Likely way past his ADP. So we got some pieces to fall to us. We're probably going to end up taking Miles Sanders as like our Carolina backdoor, but that might just be a completely dead pick. I am curious if you guys have any strong takes about like these running backs here, because this pick's going to be running back. I haven't really started doing super intense like seasonal research yet, so I don't really have any crazy strong takes here in terms of like this list of running backs, you know? Like Roshan, Deontay. I mean, you could talk me into Deontay with the Nick Chubb uncertainty. You could talk me into Clyde. I mean, I'm always going to be down for Clyde if I have anything Chiefs related. Madison, Laube. I don't think I can do the Laube thing in half PPR. I guess Evan Hull could be kind of this year's Zach Moss if something was to happen to Jonathan Taylor. You could talk me into that. Rasheen Ali, probably not. Braylon Allen, probably not. Miss me with Dylan. Like, it gets so ugly. I don't hate Miles Sanders as like a post-hype guy. We're going to take Miles Sanders really just for the Carolina backdoor to go with our Tampa Bay stack. Get some Week 17 correlation there, but I'm not crazy about it. I'm looking through. Like, is there anybody... I'm curious if any of you guys see a player that you see and it's like, man, I want a ton of him. You could talk me into Kareem Hunt, but like probably not. You could talk me into Dearness Johnson as well. I remember Jermichael Hasty on the Jaguars a couple of years ago was kind of useful. Got Sione Vaki on Detroit. I'm saying probably not there, man. Ty Johnson, I guess. I mean, if you want to buy into, like, I don't know, year 1 zeros at running back, you could talk me into Zach Evans, but probably not. I don't know. Everything kind of, like, I almost want my running backs all figured out before round 18 because I don't like any of these. Like, until we get camp reports on, like, who makes these teams and what these running back depth charts look like, I'm not that crazy about it. All right, so that is 12 entries here. This is my, I actually have to rename this real quick. This is my Underdog Cardio Club draft. This is what else you have to do. You have to name it UCC 2024. So those are my 4. But here's the team. We got Lamar, Baker, little 2-6-7-3 0 RB team where we get Kamara, Warren, Zamir White, Tyjae Spears, Antonio Gibson, Miles Sanders. We got Jefferson, Olave, Evans, Christian Kirk, Ladd McConkey, Dontavion Wicks. We got Rashad Bateman stacked to Lamar with a Week 17 bringback of Dalton Schultz, just something a little mini. Then we got Baker to Mike Evans with a bringback of Carolina Miles Sanders. Schultz, Pat Freiermuth, Isaiah Likely. I think that's a fun little 3 tight end room. This is a fun team. This is a really nice 0 RB team. You could have talked me into cutting this off at 6 wide receivers, but I don't know. I guess this could have been a 2-7-6-3 if you wanted it to be, but that feels super light at wide receiver, even with how many wide receivers we hammered in this draft. But I do appreciate them coming out here. What else is in here? Does it count for UD Cardio Club if I'm going for a walk while watching the stream? Honestly, yeah. Like, it is funny, man. You don't have to do anything crazy. Like, I've done it before. I just, like, walk my dog for, like, 30 minutes. Death taxes and Ron drafting CEH. What's the crazier 20% drafted round 18 pick that you hate but you could see working? Sadly, probably Evan Hull and Clyde. Do I have any exposure that I am embarrassed of? No, I think that this is fine. Tournaments. How many? Okay, so 15 teams drafted so far. These are my most drafted players right now. I don't think I have. Do I have any, like, super late guys that I've drafted? Oh, I like Elijah Mitchell. Like, last round Elijah Mitchell, I don't hate. I mean, this isn't the sexiest list of players. I'll be honest with everyone. I have a lot of Demario Douglas. So, yeah, that's where we're at here. What else is it going on in the chat? Frank Gore Jr. season. I don't know about all that. Baby Frank. Got so much value at RB. Thank you. I don't mind Ty Johnson. I am leaving here soon. Draft Clay Chase Claypool. God damn it. Brendan Rice. I see it. I see the vision. I don't know. I think that we're going to start getting a clearer picture on kind of what to do in the last round as we get, camp reports and everything like that, and some clearer backfields and depth charts. But that's a fun team. I appreciate everyone that came out here tonight. I will say, of course, if you are new to Underdog Fantasy, make sure you check it out. Use promo code RON, and they'll match your first deposit up to $250. They'll match half of your deposit. So if you deposit $500, they'll match $250. If you want to be a little bit less generous than that, you can deposit $50, and they'll add $25 into your account. And you will also get a special pick'em waiting for you in the pick'em lobby where you can hop on there, check out all the lines for tonight. I will say it's 8:30 here, so you got the Timberwolves tipping off in like 8 minutes. But you can go in there, check out all the pick'em lines. They have specials pretty much happening like every single day. Tonight's was Anthony Edwards, so you still have some time for that. If not, I'm sure that there'll be a special tomorrow. They have a lot of stuff going on for new customers. Make sure you check it out. They have drafts, they have pick'em, hockey, golf. I actually have 2. We'll talk about this another time, but I have 2 golf underdog teams still alive, which is really crazy and pretty fun. One of them is a majors only, and it has Scheffler, DeChambeau, Justin Thomas, and Colin Morikawa. It's a monstrous team. I might just become a golf thought leader, YouTuber, whatever. I don't know. I do like golf a little bit here. But appreciate you guys watching as always. I will see y'all in the next one.